Li Wei had everything: a life of luxury, the best education in China, and a future paved with success. As the only daughter of billionaire businessman Li Jian, she was raised to inherit his empire. From a young age, he took her to exclusive business gatherings, introducing her to powerful executives, molding her into the perfect successor. Yet, despite all the riches and expectations, Li Wei's heart belonged to something else: music. While others saw grand boardrooms and investment opportunities, she saw melodies and lyrics dancing in her mind. Her soul craved the rhythm of a song, the thrill of performing, the raw passion of music. But in her father's world, dreams like that were nothing more than a childish fantasy. The final blow came when her father arranged her marriage to Jason Wu, the son of his longtime business partner. It wasn't just about tradition, it was a business strategy, a merger between two families, bound by wealth and power. Li Wei refused. She pleaded, argued, and cried, but her father remained unmoved. "Love is a privilege, not a priority," he told her coldly. "Your duty comes first." That night, Li Wei made the hardest decision of her life. She packed a small bag, took her guitar, and fled. She boarded the first flight to America, leaving behind the only world she'd ever known. But freedom came at a price. The moment she landed, her father blocked all her credit cards and accounts, cutting her off completely. For the first time in her life, Li Wei had nothing: not a place to stay, not a single penny to her name. She wandered the unfamiliar streets, her stomach empty, her mind racing. And then she met Nick. He was a musician, free-spirited, passionate, everything she wanted to be. He saw the fire in her eyes, the hunger for something bigger. When she told him she could sing, he laughed. "Prove it," he said, handing her a guitar. Li Wei took a deep breath, strummed a few chords, and sang. The moment her voice filled the air, the world around her faded. People stopped to listen. Strangers recorded videos. She wasn't just a billionaire's daughter anymore. She was an artist. Nick introduced her to his band, and for the first time, she felt at home. They performed at small cafes and street corners, playing for anyone who would listen. She started posting covers online, making TikTok and YouTube videos. At first, nothing happened. But then, one video blew up. Millions watched, millions shared. Suddenly, she wasn't just Li Wei, she was Li Wei, the rising star. Fame came quickly. Labels reached out. Concerts sold out. The girl who once had everything but freedom now had the one thing she always wanted: the chance to sing, to tell her story through music. Then, one day, her father came to America. They met in a luxury hotel suite, the city lights stretching endlessly beyond the glass windows. His face was unreadable, his voice sharp. "You've embarrassed this family long enough," he said. "It's time to come home." But Li Wei stood her ground. She wasn't a scared little girl anymore. She had built something, earned something. "For the first time in my life, I'm happy," she told him. "Not because of money, not because of power, but because I finally get to be myself." For the first time, her father hesitated. That night, he attended one of her concerts. He sat quietly in the VIP section, watching his daughter stand on stage, microphone in hand, a sea of fans cheering for her. She wasn't just singing, she was soaring. And in that moment, he finally saw what she had been trying to tell him all along. When the show ended, he walked backstage, pride softening his usually stern features. He didn't say much, just one sentence. "You found your place." Li Wei smiled, tears threatening to spill. "Yes," she whispered. "I did." And just like that, they made peace, not because he had won, not because she had surrendered, but because they finally understood each other. She had chased her dream and caught it, and in the end, she didn't just find her voice, she found herself.